Yeah, so some drone footage here from Mersea Island. So as I was leaving, I decided to get my drone up. Obviously the sun was starting to set. You can see a seagull flying around the drone actually because they really don't like drones. There's two of them just obviously as soon as I set it up in the sky, were circling it and trying to attack it. Thankfully, they didn't get hurt because obviously I would imagine the propellers would give them a nasty cut, and ultimately they're just trying to defend their territory. You know, so I minimised the amount of time doing this bit of footage. I mean, that bit there, you see it really come flying slowly towards it. Now, two reasons why I wanted to get this drone footage was Mersea Island from above. I've seen a picture of it from above around the Strood, due to all its inlets and streams and puddles and little mini ponds and so on. It looks like something from Lord of the Rings. I would imagine around winter time you could probably film the was it the Land of the Dead from Lord of the Rings, where Smeagol's guiding Frodo through that land with the watery land, obviously with dead bodies and so on. Apparently, just as a random one, a token who'd obviously served in World War One. I think the seagull just hit the drone now, actually. But yeah, apparently token based on his experiences in the Somme is something I learned on a study down in Oxford a couple of years ago. How true it is, I don't know, but I think there's probably a lot of speculation around that being the case. So I'd seen videos and photos of this area before. I thought it'd be interesting to get my drone up and have a look before the sunset. It was after the regatta. However, it has to be mentioned that I did have a lot of difficulties with this because I was restricted massively on how high I could get it and how far away I could take the drone due to an authentication problem. So the footage isn't as great as I would have liked. I would have liked to get a bit higher. I think I was only limited to 49 meters to go up, and there's numerous times where I think the calculations were off myself. So you're looking at the Strood here, by the way, this road on the right hand side which floods twice a day, which gives Mersea Island the unique status of still actually being an island because it gets cut off from the mainland twice a day. There's people who go down there filming the cars that try to go through, that still try to go through regardless. I think I saw videos there of a motorbike getting stuck halfway as it gave up on all the salt water that was taking over. But yeah, there you go. So I'm not going to ramble for the next 5 minutes or so. I'll go and find some copyrighted music to fill the empty space. But still, the thing is, when I've got this drone up in the sky, I'll just film regardless until I see a particular moment I want to photograph, and then it's a bit of bug sheet footage for you to look at. I certainly think it's quite an impressive landscape. And obviously what is quite impressive is twice a day, this area you're looking at right now will be filled with potentially kayakers, paddleboarders, even seals, swimmers. I said on a video yesterday, people of Mersea Island, they're a funny bunch in the fact that they love water so much, because it's all around them. But yeah, they are a unique bunch. In fact, there's a lady I'll comment on yesterday. I met her at the cafe when I turned up, and I started chatting. She wasn't actually from Mersea Island. She travelled around a lot, and I was asking her about something to do with Suffolk, Dunwich, where the wildfires have been taking place. She just said basically, I don't watch the news, doesn't take any interest in the outside world, and she literally just focuses on what's going on the island, which is I thought that was quite nice, to kind of cut yourself off from the rest of the world and just focus on what's going on your little island. It's quite metaphorical, really. Probably not bad advice, as opposed to stressing out about things that are happening all over the world when you can't do anything about it. Now, also coming up here, you've got these soldiers, these soldier silhouette things that have been placed across the island. This isn't the best angle. I've got some good angles towards the end. Obviously, you can make it out with the sun setting. Obviously, he's got a weapon on his shoulder with a bayonet, a rifle on his shoulder with a bayonet. Obviously, at this angle, because of where the sun's setting, it's like straight down because they're them sort of flat ones. They're not statues; they're flat silhouette ones. we're talking about 10 years ago. I think there was a lot more of them, but you'll find them all dotted around the island now instead. Whereas back then it was on the Strood. I'm surprised they haven't invested in them more, to be honest. Put more of them. There is a better angle coming up actually of that silhouetted soldier in a minute, because I went back there to do it before the drone battery started to run low and had to call it a day a bit early. I may as well keep rambling, to be fair. I've only got 3 minutes left to cover, but I don't really want to drag Mersea Island into anything. But I'll just one thing, a random thing, off topic for anyone who's still watching. Someone had a good point the other day. Apparently, now that we've got obviously the new Prime Minister Andy Burnham, but people who know how the elites, if you like to call them that, like to more or less mock us and take the piss. What would be the chance we've now got a Prime Minister called Andy Burnham, whilst most of the country is on fire? And obviously the other day, in fact, yeah, just off the top of my head, the other day you had the government alert that got sent out. I turned them things off ages ago. Funnily enough, why I need to be told about anything by this government? They can't trust them to do anything. So, but yeah, what would be the chance? We've got this situation where most of the UK is on fire now, and we've got a Prime Minister called Andy Burnham in charge. It's we've got what, 3 more years, just under 3 more years of that guy. So one thing I will say in his favour, at least he's got some sort of charisma. He's a total snake oil, like a Tony Blair, to be fair. It's charismatic, bit of a smile, doesn't seem like a bad guy, but actions speak louder than words. And as far as I can see it, things are just going to continue as they are. Like I say, I don't want to tie this video footage of Mersea Island too much into political stuff, but yeah, just a random observation I was thinking about. And obviously this is looking across the other side of the Strood. This would have been amazing to get me drone a bit further out, but I think this makes the point, of what it looks like from above. It looks a little bit like the Falklands, actually. When you're coming into land at the Falklands, it looks a bit like this, with all the watery sort of landscape. Obviously just a few more hills and mounts, And a final change, I think this final bit of video footage is going back to the soldier one more time. Quite low level sort of flying. I mean, I was only stood by the side of the road at this point. There's a random bloke come up to me, pulled up next to me, goes, "Can I help you?" So no, I'm fine, just flying my drone, thank you. It was somewhere around this time now. Yeah, there he is. Used to be a lot more of them, but there you go. And I think one of the final bits, I went quite fast over the top of it, but we'll see. Might be this one. If not this one, the next one. Yeah, I think this was it. Yeah, and that's it. Cheers.